Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to Scott and Wallace Live, like we do every Tuesday here at 2 p.m. It's just me today, unfortunately. Rob and Clint are off meeting with clients and handling some conferences and some proceedings that they're involved in. So, it never stops around here. So today, I will be conducting the Facebook Live. Got a little brief stop in the weather, so we came outside for it. But I hope everybody's doing well, staying healthy and staying safe. I wanted to talk today about COVID-19 and some of the issues that have arisen in the workplace due to it. Obviously, there's been a lot of press recently and a lot of statistics coming out suggesting that Florida is maybe the next hotspot. Cases are rising significantly in the state of Florida. So a lot of individuals are now being more cautious, being more aware of what's going on with COVID, and are doing everything they can to protect themselves from getting exposed to it, potentially spreading the disease to others and loved ones. As we previously discussed on a Facebook Live at the beginning of the pandemic, Congress passed a law as part of the laws they passed during this pandemic for individuals in the workplace, which did two things. It expanded the Family Medical Leave Act. The Family Medical Leave Act is there for anybody who has a serious medical condition. They get to take time off of work, and the Family Medical Leave Act is a mechanism that protects you, so when you're off from work, you have the right to come back to your same position, same job. They can't interfere with it. They can't retaliate against you for using it. It's essentially job protection while you're out. So they expanded the Family Medical Leave Act to actually include a portion of your leave under the Family Medical Leave Act being paid, because generally you don't get paid. It's just job protection. So if you're an individual who works for an employer who's subject to the FMLA requirements, or if you work for a public entity, you can go speak with them about getting time off from work due to COVID, whether that's a loved one that you're caring for has it, children who are out of school due to COVID, if you've been quarantined by a doctor out of a fear of exposure, all those type of things, they'll give you time off in order to deal with all of that, getting a little bit of your pay, and you get your job protected at the same time. The other part of the act they passed is for paid time off for employers with less than 500 people. And in that situation, an individual gets 10 days or 80 hours of paid time off. Similarly, if they're taking care of an individual in their family who's elderly, who might have COVID, if they have to care for their children who are out of school due to COVID concerns, or daycares are closed down due to COVID concerns, and that's based on your previous salary or hourly rate for 80 hours fully paid. Now, the issue arises where maybe you don't qualify for one of the two, maybe you've exhausted one of the two, or both, and you're wondering, well, I'm in this workplace and I'm feeling a little uncomfortable about the potential of being exposed to COVID. Unfortunately, at this time, there isn't really anything in place that would permit an individual to unilaterally say, I don't feel safe, so I'm not going to work from here. So best practices right now are to be open and have a line of communication with your supervisors, managers of the company, and express those concerns. And if you genuinely have a fear of it, or you're maybe more susceptible to the disease than others, go see your doctor and get a doctor's note suggesting that you should be able to work from home. Again, this is if you're in a profession where working from home is an option. As of right now, it's a little difficult for an individual, like I said, to unilaterally hold themselves out from work. So if you work in a position that, the food industry, hospitality, things that can't be done remotely, unfortunately there's no requirements under the law right now that the company has to give you your time off or permit you not to be in the workplace. Hopefully some regulations will come down soon. OSHA's been relatively silent throughout all of this. I know there have been a lot of calls for OSHA to step up and issue some guidance. But the key is to keep open line of communication with your employer. Go to your doctor if you need to get the doctor's note. Paint the full picture for your employer of why you feel unsafe and why you need to be in the office. In the event that they take some kind of action against you or aren't going to do anything, while it's not clear under the law right now what kind of avenue you could go, it certainly would give you the chance to have some kind of relief on the back end in the event that they do pass regulations, or it does become a little more clear how the courts want to handle these types of situations. So it's obviously a very important topic. It's also, because it's so new, a relatively new topic and a lot of gray area in it. So while it's very difficult to sum up all of these things in a Facebook Live video, there are things that you should be aware of, best practices you can go through, and also, as always, feel free to give us a call. We do free consultations if we have to speak with you over the phone about your individualized situation. But at this time, it's a little unclear outside of the expansion of FMLA and the paid time off exactly what protections an employee would have if they're feeling that they're going to be exposed at work and they don't want to catch the disease that way.
Yeah.
So we got any questions?
Yeah, you have a lot of people watching. Sylvia Henderson says, good afternoon, Matt, and congratulations on your recent award for Rising Star.
Thank you, Cynthia.
And then also, you've got Debbie Scott. You might have heard of her before.
I have. How are you doing, Ms. Scott?
She says, very good information explained well.
Good. Well, I'm glad that we've got some people watching and getting some good feedback. Like I said, it's a very new area of law. There's a lot of gray area in it. So always feel free to contact us. I'm more than happy to walk you through your situation and see what we can do to give you some job protection, make you feel more comfortable, and hopefully keep you safe and healthy as well.
Perfect.
And no other questions? Well, every Tuesday we're here. Hopefully next Tuesday, you won't just be stuck with just me. Rob and Clint can be here.
You did a great job.
Thank you. But, they're the stars of the show. But as always, we're here on Tuesdays with Facebook Live. If you've got any questions related to employment, labor, or personal injury, feel free to give us a call. We're always happy to discuss those issues with potential clients and walk them through our areas of the law and everything that we can do for them. So everybody have a safe and happy Tuesday, and we'll see you next week.